Welcome back from that breather. You're still watching the Wednesday edition of Joy News Interactive. And since it's Wednesday, you know what that means. Spikey and Nkrumah joins me in studio. Good morning, Spikey.
Good morning, Maps.
How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So I've got a dilemma, right? Yesterday, I got a hard drive from a friend, and I'm using a Mac, and the friend uses a Windows laptop, okay? So he's got the drives there, the files in there, and then I tried to insert the hard drive into my Mac, and my Mac is not reading the hard drive. What's happening?
Okay, so you were trying to copy files from your Mac to the hard drive, and it's not happening.
Yeah.
There's a simple explanation for that. The hard drive is formatted NTFS.
Okay.
And so that means that it's formatted in a Windows file system, and this prevents Macs from writing to the hard drive. They can read from it, but they can't write to the hard drive. So you can copy stuff off the hard drive, but can't copy stuff to the hard drive. Yes. So in order to do this, it's a very simple fix. You have to install a driver.
The driver?
Yeah, not the driver that drives the cars, but the driver that will drive the software.
Okay, not the driver.
So,
okay.
Yeah, ideally you have to buy the software, but luckily we always have people who develop the free versions for those of us who don't have the money to buy it. So I'll give you 4 of the best free ones. And number 1 is Tuxera 3G NTFS.
Okay.
As you can see, open source, which means free. So open source NTFS 3G, you go there, you download NTFS for Mac, and you can go through the instructions for installation. It's pretty simple. Just click next, go through it, and then you're done. Once you're done, you can write to the hard drive. There's also another option as NTFS free. That's also available online. You can download it from SourceForge. And once you download it, you have the same installation process. You run the setup, go through the whole agreements and the license and everything, just agree to it.
And conditions
terms
apply.
and conditions. And then you're done.
Okay.
There's also SLNTFS, which is once again another free version of an NTFS driver. That also you just install, go through it, next, and you're done. And my favorite, which is Mountie for Mac. Mountie is my favorite because it gives you a toolbar at the top where you can actually see the drives that you've connected. So as you can see over here, you can see the external hard drive that's been connected, and you can mount it and unmount it right from the toolbar over here.
Okay.
After you.
Okay, so now my thing is that I've installed one of these apps, right? These softwares.
Yeah.
Do I need to, so I put it in the hard drive, do I need to open the app, connect it to the hard drive or some sort of way, or once it's installed, then it's okay?
Yes, so like every other driver on your computer, you have nothing to do to it. It's it runs in the background, it does everything for you, and all you have to do is just restart your computer after installing it, because the system modifying software, it modifies your system. So once you install it, just restart it, and then connect your hard drive. You get a notification that it's been installed and it's running. So once it's running, you can just start by copying a file to it. There's one thing though, if you're moving files from a Windows PC to a Mac, there's one thing that you have to keep in mind. A lot of people just like unplugging hard drives and pen drives. In as much as it's dangerous to your data on the drives, if you do that before connecting it to a Mac, the Mac will not see those files that you just copied.
Okay.
Yeah, because at that time when you're unplugging it, the file system hasn't finished closing the hard drive. When I say closing, hasn't finished arranging them in a way that will be able to be read. People think that, oh, once I'm done copying the files and then that dialog box goes, I'm good. But no, you have to unmount it. You have to click on the eject and safely remove that hard drive or that flash drive. Unless obviously you're moving to another Windows computer. I don't advise that, but hey, we're all culprits. I am a culprit.
Yeah.
I only remember when I'm moving files to a Mac, then I realize that, I didn't unplug safely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go through the 4 softwares once again.
Yep, so we have Tuxera.
Tuxera.
Yes, which is, so you just go to tuxera.com and you'd see open source NTFS 3G. That we have NTFS free, which is on SourceForge. SourceForge is where you find a lot of open source software. So you just go to sourceforge.com and then search for NTFS free. NTFS free. So NTFS
free.
Free. Yes.
Okay.
NT file system free.
So NT file system free.
But don't type file system, NTFS.
Okay, NTFS.
Yeah,
okay.
NTFS free.
All right.
And then the third one is SL NTFS. If you like, just Google it. Google free NTFS for Mac, and you get all the solutions. Once you have the names in mind, you'll see them when you Google it, and you see the list.
Okay, makes sense.
You'll find Tuxera, you'll find NTFS free, SL NTFS, and Mountie. Mountie
being your
NTFS
favorite.
being my favorite.
Why is it your favorite? Is there anything special about it?
Well, it's my favorite because I like things that make life easier. Although I'm a geek, sometimes I tend to go with a hardcore, but people don't want to understand. And then when someone comes to sit behind your computer and they have to go through the same hardcore that you're giving them, it's quite difficult. The others require some command line sometimes. And because not everybody understands command line, it will be very difficult to direct someone later on in the day when they're having challenges. So for you, for instance, if you called me and you said, "Call me, Spiky, I'm having a problem with my NTFS," and I have to tell you, go to terminal and type sudo, blah, 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 I'm sure halfway along the line you'd be like, you know what, I'm bringing it to you.
Or maybe in the beginning, I won't even get to like halfway. I'm just be like, you know what, Spiky, I can't do this. So yeah, just come and help me.
Typical maps.
Typical maps, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us once
Thank
again
you for having me.
that tech education. See you next week, Wednesday, right?
Yep.
Yes, all right. Thank you so much for joining Joy News Interactive with me, Mabito CBD. Remember, Interactive Chain on Facebook and Twitter. We are Joy News on TV. You can also catch us on YouTube on My Joy Online TV. Stay blessed.